Hello, 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 humanity. Back once again. This is the second time, would you believe it, that I'm filming, that I'm recording this video. I accidentally hit the wrong button, but I'm sure this recording won't be as long as the other one. I don't have it in me to record it like that twice, but I'm going to give you the best I can give you today. I had actually planned on coming earlier today, but I had gotten so sick. I was so reckless with my eating yesterday until I just I'm really just kind of I'm coming around just a little bit. I don't know why, but it's strange that this morning I was looking. I had some things that I needed to toss out, and it's amazing how. I'm going to be able to tie that discarding things, especially comfortable things sometimes, how I'm going to be able to tie that in with what I dealt with earlier today, everything that I brought upon myself, of course, and but nevertheless. So anyway, yesterday, humanity. Yeah. By the way, I didn't. In spite of the way I feel, I managed to do my exercises at 2 o'clock this morning, and it was really, really strange the way that thing worked out because I had gotten so excited about doing my exercises. I had planned to do my exercises twice. Remember, I told you yesterday that I had did my exercises at 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, at 2 o'clock this morning, I found myself, being so excited. Like I say, you'd really have to know me to understand just how much I didn't like exercise, right? And so I was so excited I can't miss my exercise, so I started exploring some old music, and I really started feeling nostalgic, right? And like I said in the previous, the recording that I did earlier that I just messed up, I can remember, in this nostalgic recanting, I can remember my daughter and I, we had gone to the park, and I can remember this certain song when it came on. I can still remember how pretty the sunset was. So I was really, really enjoying myself. And like I say, I had full intentions on exercising twice, 2 o'clock, and then I was going to try it again at 4. And so uh, before 4, I started feeling, just really, really not feeling good at all. And here's the reason why. Yesterday, I was really, really, really reckless with my eating. And remember, I told you I have my reckless days. I don't want to do the deprivation thing. But, sometimes you can go too far. And my body let me know. The wee hours of the morning that I had gone too far. I had even gone to show you how I was just taking reckless to a whole nother level. Yesterday, I had gotten something for my daughter to throw in the microwave, and instead she didn't want it, and so I ate it, and I shouldn't have eaten it because I had already had quite a bit of reckless eating that I had planned to do and that I had done earlier, and so I ate that, and so it was just really just me going overboard, and my body responded early this morning. And so I'm sitting there looking at all these things that I need to throw away. Never imagining. I'm thinking this is just going to be a little quick thing. I'm going to start feeling better after a while. Well, I'm just now starting to feel a little bit better. And, I sat in the chair maybe about a couple of hours, maybe about 2 or 3 hours ago, and I, said that I was going to try some new recipes, and I got my paper, my pen, and, I was going to do some brainstorming, really work on some things. And, I just couldn't, and I ended up dozing off. But when I got back up, I had a made up mind. Remember, I've talked about it over and over and over again about meal prepping. and I would just brush it off. Oh, I'm good to go. Well, I got my plastic. I got my plastic food storage containers out after I got up and started preparing to get my meal prep and everything together, because sometimes things can teach you a lesson, and I think I learned my lesson on this one. I was saying to myself, I was glad to get somewhere and sit down after that bout with with the way I was feeling earlier today. And humanity, I've been comfortable. I've been real comfortable always saying that I'm going to do my meal prep, and I'll get around to it. I'll get around to it. And I never seem to get around to it, because, I, just put it off and put it off and put it off. But like I said, took my food storage and everything out. I think it's safe to say that I've learned my lesson. And sometimes humanity, what I was saying in the previous recording that I accidentally messed up, sometimes I'm even moving when I say comfortable, because we can, well, I'll just speak for me. I can get so comfortable, you know what I'm saying, as it relates to eating and what have you, and with the full knowledge that it's over the top, that I'm hurting myself as it relates to the food and what have you. And I gave you the analogy yesterday, or I gave you the example, however you want to take it, of the little small burgers, 12 burgers, sack of fries, and what have you. And maybe that didn't resonate, but let me go a step further. And I said this in the recording that I messed up. Take someone going and ordering four Whoppers. You know how large Whoppers are. I couldn't eat the four Whoppers in one setting. Well, maybe I could. I guess I just didn't want to just really, really hurt myself. But, I would eat two, and then in 2 hours go back and eat two more. And then I don't know if you've had a chance to look on the back of the large muffin container, and see how many carbs and how much sugar is in those is in those muffins. And then I would consume that, then a box of donuts, then the sugary treats and what have you. And by the end of the day, I was still craving sugar. And after I eat the four Whoppers, 2 hour intervals, and then I would still consume enough food for an average dinner of four people. By the end of the day, I had consumed that much food. And I was comfortable, even though I was hurting me. I was still comfortable with the fact that my body was responding and letting me know constantly that I was hurting my own body. And I said it before in the recording that I just messed up. I really wish, and I know it's redundant now, but I really wish I had known at an earlier age just how important it is, to take exercise and eating healthy, how important that is for your body, and I just didn't know, humanity, or better yet, I drowned it out, and I didn't want to hear it, because, like I said, it was comfortable, eating like that, in spite of the fact that I was hurting me, and at the end of the day, sometimes we pay for our comfort. Maybe we don't pay for it right away, but a lot of times when things aren't good for us, they show up. They show up, and in the form of repercussions. When your knees hurt, when your body is in constant pain. That's could be a direct response to all of that reckless eating, and all of that consuming, all of that sugar and what have you. And so, anyway, humanity, I'm going to wind this up real quick, because I had really, really prepared a lengthy a lengthy recording earlier, but I don't have it in me to go that far this time. And so with with all that reckless eating, I know now that I definitely because I think I learned my lesson on that one. I'm going to I already have my the little plastic stored food stores that I have. I've already taken that out, and I had a taste for some dill chips. I don't know if you've ever had it, salt and vinegar, or either just dill chips. And so I'm not even venturing to go down that road. So what I am going to prepare, I'm going to prepare some dill macaroni and cheese and some dill meatballs, and I've already prepared my bread. But it really is it's a beautiful thing, humanity, to be able to just I never would have, my mentality wouldn't have even allowed me to lend myself to, okay, you want some dill chips, why not go to the refrigerator? What do you have? You got turnips, you got beets, you got cauliflower, you got cheese, you got tomatoes, make you some macaroni and cheese, make you some make you some meatballs, because I had burgers. That's the recipe that I'm going to give you, the sunflower seed recipe. Make you some meatballs, some dill meatballs, and make your bread, and you're good to go. Do you have any idea what my body would feel like had I done that just 20 years ago? Go to the refrigerator looking for cauliflower, looking for beets, looking for mushrooms, looking for uh, what did I say? Beets, turnips, and mushrooms, things like that. That never even, but humanity, just like with the exercise, and I can't wait to exercise now. And I know it's going to take me about 6 months to really come to the conclusion that it really is a lifestyle change. I feel like my mentality has already changed, but life shows up just like it showed up today. And I figure 6 months with life showing up, and I'm still at it with the exercise. I've shifted over, but at the end of the day, even as it relates to the eating lifestyle, nothing changed, humanity, just like with me exercising now. As much as I disliked exercising, nothing changed but my mind. There was no going, getting expensive equipment. There was no coaching. There was no, which I'm going to be looking for that affordable coaching on a whole lot of areas, but that it wasn't that. There was no coupons that, appeared in the mail, go to the gym, it's on us, or, just some type of incentive to get me to exercise and this, that, and the other. Nothing changed but my mind. The minute my mentality changed, I changed. And so I'm saying that to say that the minute, uh, sometimes the minute, we can get the mind to change, the body just follows. But anyway, so the recipe I made this recipe about 2 days ago. I took I'm sounding winded because I'm walking as I'm talking to you. Uh, um, I took a half a bag of sunflower seed kernels, and the kernels, that's just what the shells are. And I took a half a bag of that, and I put it in the blender, and I put in paprika. I put in a tablespoon of paprika. I put in a tablespoon of onion powder. Put in a tablespoon of garlic powder, and a half of a teaspoon of black pepper, and I blended all of that together, and then I put that to the side, and then I put in my turnips. And remember, you want it in a pulse texture. You don't want it because you can blend the kernels as well as the you can blend the kernels as well as the turnips, and they'll look like butter. So you want to pay attention that you don't want to over blend. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Like I say, pulsing is good. And then I pulse the uh, the turnip. And remember, humanity, if you're going to get off into the turnips, try. It will be easier for you if you can bake maybe about 4 or 5 at one time, so that way when you get ready for the recipe, you don't have to wait and go and bake a turnip or bake a couple of turnips for an hour or maybe an hour and a half, depending on your appliance, and then start your recipe. You can just reach and get the turnip out of the fridge, and I just used a half of a medium-sized turnip, and I pulse that, and I put a little paprika, and I use a lot of paprika because it mimics ground beef and your various meats and what have you. And so anyway, I blended the two together, and then I told you I put in the garlic, but I put in a little bit more garlic. I put in another tablespoon of garlic. I put in another tablespoon of onion powder, and you can put in 1/4 cup. I didn't say it on the other one, but I didn't have any onions. I just had the minced onions that come in the seasoning pack, and I don't know if most people like those, so I didn't mention it. But you could just go in with 1/4 cup of chopped onions if you want. And you and I went in with a half a teaspoon of mustard, a half no tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and then I went in with maybe three tablespoons of oat flour. You can use almond flour or what have you, and then you just mash it together, and you make your burgers. And remember, personalization and customization is key, humanity. So you may have some other seasonings. I'm pretty anxious to find some butter seasoning powder, and I also want to get start utilizing bay leaves a little bit more, but grounding them up, and then using that as a seasoning. So just by all means, if you have a preference for various seasonings and what have you, go in with it. Just watch your sodium, watch your carbs, because you would be amazed at some of those. Even the seasonings, you know what I'm saying? Some of them can be a little bit over the top as it relates to sodium. But anyway, humanity, I'm gonna tie this up because that's about as far as I can go. So as it relates to the recipe, but I wanted to say this to you, just like I experienced what I experienced this morning. Uh, Not feeling good and what have you, and for so long having the opportunity to go and do the meal prepping, and I would not have chances are I would not have felt sick the way I did, and still got just a little residue and what have you. But my thing was, oh, meal prep, I'll do it later, or I was leaning on I wouldn't feel good, and it takes effort to meal prep, and a lot of times I wouldn't. But here's the thing: sometimes we can get so comfortable that we don't want to move. And I gave this example in the early recording. It's coming back to me now. Have you ever humanity have sat in a comfortable position? I mean, really, really comfortable. You're right in the right spot in the recliner or in your chair, and you need something that's just a few steps across the room, and you take a stick or you take something and try to bring it to you, and then you knock it over, and now you're dealing with, you have to clean, you have to get up now, you have to go and get it, you have to replace it, and you have to clean up what you knocked over. It would have been easier, though it would have disrupted or disturbed the comfort that you were in, but nevertheless, you would have had less to do. And when I was up on the third floor, I had been eating horribly for years, and I shared with you. I disliked exercising so much, to the point to where I had to, when I graduated out of high school, I had to graduate out of summer school for 4 years of gym. So that gives you a glimpse of just how much I did not like exercise. Well, now the way my body is responding, that's the repercussions of all that, not getting the mobility, not getting the exercise, eating like, I mean, it's just unbelievable what I was doing, how I was hurting me. I was comfortable, I was comfortable eating all that food, but I was hurting me, and so, today, I was so excited about the exercise and that, but I was, once again, I was hurting me. Did all that reckless eating and what have you, and I was hurting. And so at the end of the day, that hurt ushered me into, okay, that's it, hands off, let's get the Tupperware, let's do the meal prep. I still have the same aches, that could have allowed me to just, I'm going to meal prep today. Please believe me, because I don't want, why? Because I don't want to go through what I went through this morning. And so I'm saying that to say this, humanity. Sometimes, life can get hard. We as grown adults, some of us have the luxury of being able to say, and that's a beautiful thing. Well, we don't know what the hardness of life is, and that's wonderful. But a lot of us don't have, we're not able to, hold those sentiments in our heart and have it be true, and a lot of it, or some of it, has been at our own hands, especially when it comes to overeating and what have you. And remember, I was talking about the discarding things that I needed to throw away. Sometimes, humanity, sometimes, and I'm only speaking from things that I walked out. I wouldn't come to you with something that I read in a book, something that somebody is talking about. When I was up there in that recliner, and I still don't know what that was, cold flu or whatever, but for 17, 18 hours, I do know that that's not an over exaggeration. I couldn't help myself. And I had eaten like that for over 20 years. I had consumed that much sugar for over 20 years. And I couldn't help myself. And the minute something gave me hope and something gave me change and something changed my mentality, I jumped on it. But look how bad I had to hurt me before I threw it away. Old mindset, I threw it away. Old mentality as it relates to food, I threw it away. And remember, I was telling you about the discarding. Sometimes this morning, not wanting to meal prep, I threw it away. Why I shouldn't say I threw it away. I'm still yet getting ready to prepare. But what am I saying all that for, humanity? We're in this thing together, and sometimes you can be comfortable, really, really comfortable, and you don't want to throw it away. You don't want to let it go, but it's hurting you. It's hurting you. It's hurting you. It's hurting you. Mind, body, and soul. It's hurting you. And sometimes, humanity, as comfortable as it is, sometimes we've got to let it go. Change the mind, change the mind, change the mind, and the body a whole lot of times it'll follow. Well, humanity, I had a lot more that I wanted to give, but unfortunately, I hit the wrong button, and I can't do it in length like that twice. But know this, humanity, with all sincerity, I'm always thinking about you, always wanting the best for you and yours. Take care of yourself. Bye.